Good evening, it's the Mighty Mole channel. It's the Mole Man. Something to ponder, that if you have a son-in-law or a daughter-in-law and they seem to have some sort of tension or misplaced animosity towards you, the father-in-law or mother-in-law, but to have such a well, what would you say, meaning relationship with your son or daughter, you have to stay quiet. And when you've know full well that you need to stay out of their marriage, they don't need interference. I had interference in mine, and thus I was divorced in 3 short years. And I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming in the first 6, 7, 8 months. Nevertheless, when you're in your daughter's or son's company, and there's some sort of curt remark, what would you do if you would like to comment in the section below? What kind of advice would you give? And I find it hurtful to anybody that would say something like that out in the open with no self-awareness or realization. And you certainly can't expect your daughter-in-law or son-in-law to pipe up in front of everybody and say, well, don't do that. That was rude to my mother or father. That wouldn't happen. So something was said, and this person said, well, why would I take advice from you? You're divorced. You can't keep your marriage together. Now, this person is 40 years younger than I am. And I was thinking, well, maybe you should take my advice because that's been 26 years ago. And the subject matter was something in regards to this person is a control freak. And I don't put up with it. And so that alienates me, of course. I set some boundaries, but not too extreme that it causes a scene. And then it stops. Be very assertive. So, does a person at this point just say very secretively, or what would be the word? Without making a scene, just say, to your son or daughter, say, it'd probably be better if we just met together. And then if they ask, then you can tell them what the alienation that's created. And then they can go from there if they think if it's valuable or not valuable to maintain a relationship in a positive way. But, to realize, then you have to stop and realize this person is immature, used to being mouthy, and that's her parents' fault, but she's married now, and so, and there you are. And I quite frankly chose not to say anything, and didn't even look up or make eye contact, because that would have been probably wouldn't have ended well. And it's always interesting when Thanksgiving's coming up, and there's always somebody that they just have no self-awareness, respect for any sort of conversation, and just blabber at the mouth without thinking of their company that they're in. And we all just stand there and our eyes roll and wide open and go, oh. And just thankful for all the people that just choose not to battle and to create drama. And I'm thankful that I didn't say anything. I'm expressing it here on my channel, and just give everybody some food for thought. With the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and those of you that are maybe Jewish, celebrate your Hanukkah and so forth. To maintain some sort of semblance of benevolent spirit, and just hope everybody can get the strength to just persevere through several hardships. That if somebody has a relationship that's important to you, that you can just maintain, calmness. But I just want to see if anybody can make a comment. Did I do the right thing? Should I avoid this person more? I don't see him that often. And I am divorced. And obviously this person only knows one side of the story. They don't need to know my side of the story. It's none of their business. And just get some feedback on the comment section if you have something wise to say in that regard. I did meet somebody at golf today, Brent, wonderful person, and he's 37 or 8, and he was just thankful that he had the most beautiful companionship for 20 years, a 12-year-old daughter he couldn't stop talking about, and how his life changed. And I just looked at him and said, I'm just glad I met you today. And yeah, it was a great day today. And we finished golfing in the rain. So that's just the end of my conversation tonight. And leave a comment below. Subscribe and like. Have a good evening.